It's February 2nd, and it was day, we don't know anymore in the studio. It was Friday. It was the fifth Friday, and we have our favorite person on the phone right now. Craig, it's Tegan and Sara. How are you?
Well, I'm much better now that you referred to me as your favorite person.
How are you doing, Craig? Where did we catch you at?
Well, right now, let me tell you, I'm in front of my neighborhood 7-Eleven watching the goings-on on a Friday night. Lots of underage kids and lots
weird,
of
Craig.
scary-looking kind of gangster-like guys. I live in East Van. Represent.
Are you packing?
Yo.
Are you packing tonight, Craig? You should be careful.
No. I'm armless.
You're armless.
I'm unarmed.
Everything else is pretty much new. I think that I played you like one or two songs when you were at my house the other day, but nothing new since then.
The other day, that was last year.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
2006. Crunch time, but really it's always crunch time.
Well, I think when you're on the road, there's an element every day that feels like crunch time. Like you probably experience that more than we do.
That's how we live and breathe.
That's how you live and breathe. Usually we live and breathe on the bus, sleeping. Sometimes it's nice to have a stranger or someone who hasn't heard the songs 9 hours in a row pop in and say like, oh my god, this sounds amazing, because you believe them.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to get a fresh set of ears to anything that you're working on.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it feels sometimes like, you know, having a fresh source makes you realize that it's not all in vain. Like, if you hear the same drum beat 35 times, the first time you hear it, you're like, this sounds amazing. And then by, like, hour 7, you're like, you know, I probably could get into a fall semester at McGill if I hurried up and got my submission in. It's definitely. Are you okay, Craig? Have you been attacked by a youth?
Previous to our discussion before we went on the air, I've noticed 2 different individuals come out with various chicken pieces from the 7-Eleven chicken display, which I'm very concerned about.
I mean, you can get a Jessica Simpson CD. Why not a bucket of chicken?
I don't know. So I guess my next question would be, like, just the overall artwork and presentation of the album. Do you find yourself thinking about that while you're, you know, killing time watching the drums and bass tracks get laid down, or is that something that kind of comes together in the future? Where is the artwork and the album theme at right now?
Oh, well, Craig, you're perfect. You know, it's like you should have your own talk show.
You're amazing, Craig.
I told you I'd be the guest to change things.
Yeah, what did I tell you last night? I told you last night that, you know, that really the record, I mean, there's like the usual stresses, but for the most part, things have been pretty hasn't been that stressful, but that some of the stresses come from doing this call-in show. I told you this last night, and tell me what you said to me when I told you that.
I told you I would be the guest to change it all around.
You did.